This class we'll do mostly in seated, but whether that means you sit in your chair or on the floor, some of the poses or movements we'll do standing behind the chair or sitting, okay? So you're in charge of yourself. You know your body. I know your body because we've seen each other before. I know a few of you. So welcome to this beautiful day. And we'll start by bringing ourselves to a tall and noble seat. Okay? So that might involve, did everyone turn off their phone? As I didn't. That might involve coming out to the edge or the middle of your chair. See, play around with where is your tall seat. Okay? And then let's part the feet. Is it too loud with this on? No, okay. Part the feet and let the feet fall right below the knees if that's available to you. Okay. Wiggle in your seat and find that sweet spot. Press your seat into the chair. Okay, and when you press your seat into the chair, you find this natural little rebound of the body sitting tall. Right. Raise the heart slightly so you're aligning your spine, stacking your vertebrae, honoring the natural curves in the spine, and making more space for the organs that lie within to function optimally. And then put your crown on like the King or Queen of England, okay? And let it rest on your head, and then raise the crown up towards the sky. Good. So here you find your feet pressing gently into earth for rooting, your seat into the chair, your crown rising up towards the sky. Invite a softness and a relaxation to your shoulders. Let them drop low. And begin to rest your awareness on your breath as it moves through your body. Knowing that each inhale nourishes you with fresh oxygen, and each exhale cleanses you of what the body no longer needs. It's a miracle, 20,000 times a day. So notice that breath, the warmth of the breath as you breathe in through the nostrils, filling the body with fresh oxygen. The slow exhale through the nostrils. Just follow that breath in and out through the nose. Maybe you begin to notice the softening of the body with each exhale. And when you're ready and you're grounded in the present moment of this beautiful day, feel free to open your eyes. And from that place of length through the spine, invite the head back to sit over the spine a little bit. You can't force it, just invite it. And then let's turn and look towards the little tent over there. And then come back to center and look in the opposite direction. So this practice invites you to move from a place of freedom, not force. Come back to center. There you go. One more time, turning in one direction, noticing what you see, coming back to center, and turning in the other direction, and coming back to center. Okay, inviting the head to rest over the spine again. Let's drop one ear to one shoulder without force. Maybe you even rest it in your hand. You're gently opening up the opposite side. And come back and rise to center. Breath is flowing. And then invite the ear to the opposite shoulder. To the shoulder on the opposite side. And come back to center. And we'll repeat that. You could add an element if you want. Dropping over to one side, maybe the hand crosses over and rests. Doesn't pull, it just rests on the temple on the opposite side. Just the weight of the hand is plenty. Release and come back up. And then dropping to the other side. Maybe you reach across. It depends. It always depends on your body. And come up to center. Wonderful. Find that length in your spine. And then let's inhale and gaze up a little bit. And then exhale and tuck the chin towards the throat. There you go. Without pushing. Inhale. Raise the chin a little and the gaze, stretching a little bit through the throat, not dropping the head back. That would be counterproductive. Exhale and bring the chin towards the throat. Wonderful. And come back to center. Check in with yourself. And on your next inhale, invite the shoulders up towards the ears. Build a little tension there. You know what tension feels like. Audible sigh releases. Okay. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Inhale up. So yoga always invites us to acknowledge and respect the temple of our body. Each has its history. So we have to learn how to respect it and up and honor it through the practice and relax it. Let's bring one shoulder up and back, down and forward. And start to find this little stirring, this little circling. Okay? There you go. Maybe your hand has to come on the outside of the chair. Relax the other side. Begin to notice what that feels like as you move. There you go. Notice the wing bone behind you moving along the back of your body. And then come to stillness. Just for a moment, notice any difference between right and left before we start stirring the other side. Okay? So part by part, we're going to go through this class, which I call Journey of the Joints. Okay? And we're going to leave no stone unturned. Right? But we're not going to probably build up a sweat. Not that there's anything the matter with that, but on a hot day, our intention today is to move the joints from a place of ease. Okay? There you go. And relax it. Now we're going to alternate, almost like we're backstroking on Jones Beach. We're floating in the water. You can almost imagine your 10-year-old self floating in the water and rotating back. And as you rotate, maybe you start to invite a little motion into the trunk. Maybe it comes along naturally. And then in a moment, you're going to pause and circle in the other direction. And remember, deep remembering, cutting the water as you swim on Jones Beach. Right? Maybe you start to sway in your chair a little bit. Notice that. Deep remembering. And then come to stillness a moment. Check in, notice how you feel. I like all words that end in ATE. So notice how you circulate, percolate, resonate, reverberate. Stop me now. Okay, let's bring the hands to the shoulders. Undulate. Bring the elbows close. Inhale and open. Can you imagine living with this? Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Soften through the shoulders. And as you're doing this, you can feel really good about the fact that you're working on the muscles that support an upright posture. Good. Matching movement with breath, you're exhaling to gather, inhaling to expand. And then release the hands alongside of you and give them a little shake. Sometimes, there's a song, Shake It Off. Shake it off, okay? Go across the middle of the body. The brain loves that. Shake it off. My dog does that. Shake it off. They can teach us a lot. Okay. And relax a moment. Check in. Well, now we've only done a few motions, but maybe you already noticed a change in the body. In the layers of the body, the physical body, the energy body, the body of our mind and our feelings, all of that. Okay? And when you're ready, let's get to the wrists a little bit. So float the hands out. If your shoulders are so happy and sweet, you want to float up to here, then do it. If your shoulders are a little sensitive or cranky, then do it down here. And then let's rotate the hands. I like to watch my hands. Do you ever see a baby watch their hands? I watch my hands like a baby. Like, wow. There you go. And rotate in the other direction. Who knew? That's exactly right. When the baby develops, right, the infant, right, all of a sudden it looks at its hand like, where'd you come from? And then it starts the connection from the brain to the hand. Yes, right? It's amazing. So watch your hands with that same wonder. There you go. And then come to stillness. Bring them forward and press gently through the heel, sitting up in your noble spine. Dip the fingers into the water, and then let them float up. Okay? Now, as we mature, that's what I call aging these days, mature. As we mature, our joints can get stiff, especially, believe it or not, in the wrists. So this is a good opportunity to invite some motion in. And you may notice that as you're moving, your forearm is saying, something's going on, right? And your shoulders, because your arms are supported in the air, they're doing their work too. Good. And then let's sprinkle a little salt on the ground. Get your fingers involved. You know, the fingers want their yoga too. Sprinkle a little salt. There you go. Good. There you go, shaking out the water. I like it. And then come to stillness when you're ready. And invite your beautiful hands to your heart. Press the feet into the earth again. Press the seat into the chair. Rise the crown up to the sky. And just notice what you feel. Notice what you feel. If by the way, if you get into the sun as the sun moves and you want to move your chair to the shade, be my guest, all right? I encourage that. Back to the heart and the hands. Notice on your inhale, if you feel the heart rise gently into the hands. And on the exhale, the hands settle gently into the heart. And in our life, our hands and our heart are so connected, right? Our hands do the work of the heart very often. And then relax. Release the hands. And let's inch out towards the edge of the chair, but not beyond. Okay? And it's a little, the chairs are a little funny because they kind of throw you back a little. So find your sweet spot. All right? And then we're going to start to circulate and percolate and rotate. Ooh, say that one again. Undulate. You can't forget about undulate. I love that one. Isn't it? Undulating is good for your body. I agree. Okay? So that you're easing your lower spine, your middle spine around your pelvis. And then pause for a moment. And then rotate and undulate in the opposite direction. Imagine it's coming from like the belly button, okay? And this eases the spine, prepares us to warm up the rest of the spine. Come to stillness when you're ready. Plant those feet under you, firmly planted, like in your garden. You want your gardens firmly planted? We want to be firmly planted too. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and hinge forward from the hips. And take a peek at what's in front of you. Inhale, push into your hands as your strong spines lift you back up. So pause for a moment. Stick your hands right in your hip creases, all right? And hinge forward with a long spine. There you go. Inhale and rise. Good. Exhale, come forward. Your heart is leading the way. Inhale, push into your feet to rise. I always say one more and I hardly ever mean it. Exhale, forward. But really, you're in charge. One more, maybe one less. Come to stillness. Sitting tall, reaching your hands alongside of you. Plant your seat and just reach one arm down. It's not for a distance. You don't have to touch the earth. Come back up. We're just opening up the side of the body. There you go. Beautiful. Down to the other side. So we're working the spine and its six or seven motions. I call it 6 or 7. Flexion and extension, bending to one side and the other, rotating next, and then I have the important one. I include elongation because that precedes all others. There you go. And come to stillness. Wonderful. Now let's take a sacred pause for breath. Invite your hands to your lower rib cage. And now we'll do a little experiment together. All right. So just sit in your normal seat. Your normal. Okay. We all know it. Let's not kid ourselves. We slump. All right. Hold your lower rib cage right here. Take a deep breath and notice what you feel. We'll do that once more. Notice the excursion of your hands. And then sit tall through the spine in your noble shape. Feet planted directly under you. You're well planted. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath out. One more deep breath in. Slow breath out. Did you notice anything? No one? Okay. I see some people saying yes, some saying no. That's true. We're all different. Anybody that said yes, can you tell me what you noticed? That's important. Very important, Nancy. Exactly. And both of those things are really so important. So deep breathing can relax you, right? And breathing with upright posture can really bring the oxygen deep into the lungs. So the more fresh oxygen that gets in, which the lungs do their magic and send those nutrients all over the body, that oxygen all over the body, the better it is for us. So important, both of those. Let's try it one more time. Sitting tall, placing your hands on your lower rib cage. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath out. Now, using that information, I invite you to open your palms to the front. And on an inhale, sweep the arms up. And on an exhale, invite the hands to the heart. Good. Bringing the hands down again. You're radiating from the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to source. Beautiful. Okay? Last one. Fingertips towards the earth. Inhale, you rise. Exhale, you gather. Beautiful. Now let's let one arm rise and one arm drop. Find your glorious length right here. Okay? Let the breath flow before you invite the other arm up, opposite arm down. So we're working on the lengthening in our spine. Follow your breath as you move from side to side. We spend a lot of time texting, Zooming, phoning, everything's like this. Let's counteract that. Find the length in your body. There you go. And the next time one arm rises, pause there for a moment. Grab the seat with your other hand and lean over a little bit and find that space on the side of your body. When you're moving from a place of freedom, not force, take a deep breath in. Exhale, float back to an upright posture. Pause for a moment. Notice the other arm. Rise as you inhale. Maybe you lean over a bit. Find that space on the side of your body. Send your delicious breath there. Exhale and float. There we go. And now we're going to flow like water from side to side. Okay. Softening wherever you need. So the ocean is before us. The ocean is within us. We're over 60% water. Find your water. Good. Wonderful. And come to center and relax. Check in. Notice how you feel with these apparently simple motions, right? They're simple. They're profoundly simple, but simply profound. I don't know. Let's bring the hands in front of us. Press palm to palm. Inhale, open up, and feel the energy radiate from your heart to your fingers. Exhale, come together. Press palm to palm. And then bring the hands to the heart. We're going to go through this little chest expander. Open up to the front. Press. Inhale. O ye of sensitive shoulders, come down here instead. Exhale back. Press. Inhale in. Good. Press forward. Inhale to expand. Lift the sternum slightly and the wing bones come close, working on your posture. Exhale. Press. Inhale, gather. And then relax the hands on the thighs or the knees. And let's clear the slate with a little rotation. All right. How are you doing? Feels good to move? Okay. You do, I know. Go ahead. I invited, but no one went. I love when people take... It is moving, exactly. It's a funny thing. And then rotate in the other direction. Good. Now you have to follow your own body here as we move lower down in the body. Okay? So a lot of rotation in the body is necessary even for normal walking. We rotate. Okay, so we're going to work a little bit on rotation, but we're not going to force rotation. That would be counterproductive. Okay, so sitting towards the edge, bringing hands to heart, okay, and sitting away from the back of the chair so that you're working a little, if that's agreeable. Let's turn in one direction, keeping the spine long, and then come back to center. Now this time we're going to turn from here, not just the neck. Okay, turn in the opposite direction through that lengthened spine and come back to center. Lovely. We're not going to force ourselves. Ooh. And turn to one direction. Come back to center. And then the other. And then we're going to add a little something, something if you want. Come back to center. Okay? So turning in one direction, drop one hand to the knee and the other hand to the armrest. But don't use it to leverage you there. Just use it to support you. Take a deep breath in. Come back, hands to heart. Good. Okay. Then we're going to rotate in the opposite direction. Drop the hands down alongside of you just to support you. And come back, hands to heart. Wonderful. And release the hands down. Good. Now we're going to start moving the hips. So if you've had like any surgery on your hip and this is not for you, then let's not do it, okay? Do it if it's good for you. Lift one, maybe let's stay on the left together. And we're going to start to rotate gently. Okay? There we go. Good. You could do this in standing too if you want. All right? And then rotate in the other direction. So imagine your hip. Visualize it, and all you're doing is lubricating it with the fluid within. Okay? And then bring it down. So you don't have to strive for it. Let's check out the other one. Now this one could be different. So you're making these little, I'm going to call them wee circles because I've been watching too much English television. They're wee circles. And the other one, PBS. Me and PBS have a love affair. And the other direction. There you go. And then you're moving that you're moving that fluid around in your hip. Okay? That's it. And down. Excellent. Okay? We're going to wiggle back in our chair using the support of our arms. Let your spine rest a minute on the support of the chair, and maybe you bring that first leg up and you push out through the heel. There you go. Up you come and out through the heel. Without striving, you're moving. I call it cruise control. You know when you put your car on cruise control and you have a steady pace? Now, if you want to add the arms in, you're invited to do so. And push. Relax your shoulders. Don't work where you don't need to. And don't hold your breath. There you go. And pause. And then lower down. Check in. Notice how you feel as the energy starts moving through your body. Do you feel that? Now, if you did Joe's class before you came to this class and you want to sit and rest for the rest of the class, that's yoga too. Okay? Yoga is all about compassion for yourself, self-care. And no one would know that but you, the teacher within. So let's bring the other leg up and push out through the heel. I hope I washed my feet. Up and push out. Notice how that feels. This is mindful movement, no straining. If I hear a little ooh, ee, I say mindful movement. Push out. Mindful means you pay attention to what you're doing and you move with care and compassion in this present moment. Okay? Last time. Good. And relax. Check in. How do you feel? Okay. Feels good to stretch. It feels good to move. If it doesn't feel good to do it, then something else calls you. A different version of that motion. You want to do 100%, do 75 instead. See what that changes. You don't want to go up this high. What happens if you're here instead? If it hurts, back off. Were you going to say that? Oh, that's a good question. If it hurts, this is not a no pain, no gain game. This is a no pain, all gain game. Okay? Let's float one leg out. I'm going to use my right. And then let's start to, with the thighs remaining supported, and you're going to rotate just at the foot and the ankle. Maybe you watch your foot. The foot is like incredibly complex. And then circle in the other direction. You know how many bones are in the foot? Anybody have any guess? A lot. Good. 26. 26. I think that's right. Point and flex. Can you imagine? In one foot and ankle. It's a bloody miracle. Up and down. And we don't pay much attention to it until it doesn't work for us well. Then we're like, what? Say what? So let's send the foot some mad love right now. Okay? There you go. And then come down and relax it. And just for a moment, notice where you felt that in your body. Was it just in your foot? Was it in your foot and your ankle? Your foot and your ankle, your knee, very good. Very good, or the hip. If you want to move out of the sun, sister, go ahead. All right? And then float the other leg up and rotate. Yeah. You know, the sun, we love the sun, right? But when you're moving, you probably shouldn't be sitting in the sun. Rotate in the other direction when you're of a certain age, especially. There we go. The other foot we're doing. Okay? Good. So now this is all coming from the foot and ankle, not the leg, not the hip or the knee. Just the foot and ankle. Mad respect for the foot and ankle. And then toes up and down. We're going to give it a few minutes by itself. That's okay. Sit and relax. That's okay too. Okay? Hey, relaxation is a huge part of yoga. And come to stillness. Right? If it wasn't about self-care, then what is it about, right? Let's bring the other foot up, and this time I'm going to invite you to use your hand and your foot. We're going to separate the fingers and the toes. Okay? And then curl the fingers and the toes. Okay? Separate the fingers and the toes. And curl the fingers and the toes. So maybe your toes don't separate that much and you're like, say what? Okay, and curl. That's okay. Just activate those muscles that support your foot. All right? And you're kind of saying, okay, you were sleeping, now I'm waking you up. And this is very good for your balance. And relax it. And if you wonder, why am I using my hand too? The hand informs the foot what to do. All right? It's the message between the limbs from the brain. Huh? Exactly, right? Okay, so curl and expand. Curl and expand. So here we are in the journey of the joints. Right? Here we go. There you go. Good. Excellent. And bring it down. Good. And then wiggle your way one hip at a time. Hip, hip, hooray, to the edge. And let's sit in our noble seat again. And let's just take a sacred pause. That moment of stillness coming within. And just noticing without judgment what's arising for you. And then maybe you turn your awareness once again to your breath. As you inhale and exhale. Nourishing and cleansing. and not being anywhere else but right here at this very wonderful moment. And when you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes. And I think the geese might want to join in on the journey of the joints. And they're funny, right? And let's rise up onto the ball of one foot and then the ball of the other. Okay? And to start, maybe you're watching. Okay? Because we learn a lot when we watch. Watching one foot rise and then the other. And then once you've got it, just feel your way. One and the other. Okay? Good. And notice where you're starting to feel it. Exactly, right? Especially the calves, the sides of the leg, the shins of the leg, the ankle. Very good. Very good. Okay? And come to stillness. When you're ready, if you can shift a little bit more forward without falling off, please. Let's turn one foot out to the side and sit in your noble spine. Okay? And use your hand once again to inform your foot. So we're going to curl the toes and the fingers and then drag the heel forward. And I call this the inchworm for obvious reasons. Okay? And so you're opening up the fingers and toes, dragging the heel forward as you close. And you see your foot is moving away from you. Can you see that? Okay. Can you feel that? Good. And then come back. So what does that do that's so important? That will activate the intrinsic muscles of the feet, the ones that are here, deep within, that work to maintain our arches, which often flatten out. So let's wake them up again, all right? Turn the other leg out, hand also, curling fingers and toes, drag the heel forward, inchworming forward. Huh? The first time, sometimes it's great to use your vision to guide you. There we go. Last one. Bring it back. Okay. And then we're going to go back to the first side, but this time, level your gaze. Okay. Don't look at your feet, and just feel your way. So, as the brain informs the body informs the brain. Okay. So expand and drag. And inchworm your way forward. Notice what you feel in your foot. There you go. Last one. Good. And come on back. And switch to the other side. Lift your gaze. So set your gaze maybe on the ocean or something near there. Hold your gaze. Let your gaze hold you. There you go. And inchworm your way forward. And come back. And when you're done with that, notice what your feet feel like on the floor. Maybe you have the sensation of circulation or percolation. Or maybe not. It's okay. All right. And then and if you want, you can stay in your seat. But if you want, you can come behind your chair. Okay. But neither one is better than the other. The only thing that's better is what's better in your body. Okay? There we go. And we're just going to do one or two little shapes. It happens all the time. There we go. Standing tall with your feet parted. Press your feet into the earth and root yourself to the earth. Let the muscles wrap around the bones in the legs without locking the knees. Okay? Firm in the belly. Raise the rib cage slightly away from pelvis so that you're stacking the bones. Good. Bring the head stacking over the spine, your skull over the spine. Your gaze is level and steady. Let the crown rise up towards the heavens as your feet plant you to the earth. And rest your awareness on your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, just as you did seated. And let each exhale soften you. Standing firm in that which you are. It's from a poet of long ago. standing firm in that which you are, in mountain pose. If you'd like to add some movement, turn the palms forward, 1 or 2. If you need to hold, hold. Inhale and lift up. Exhale, invite hands to heart, to center, back to source. Beautiful. Fingertips low. Inhale to rise. Exhale to gather. Good. Wonderful. Now we're going to pause for a moment here, right in the center. Notice your breath. Now we're going to add one motion that I call the crossing guard. I made this one up. We're going to inhale the right arm up and the left arm down. So don't I look like a crossing guard here? There you go. Good. There we go. You'll let your next exhale bring hands to heart. Good. Inhale the left arm high, right arm low, and you're radiating from your heart right out your fingers. Exhale together. So this is so wonderful energetically, but it's really wonderful for your posture. Inhale, shine. Exhale and gather. Inhale to shine. And exhale to gather. Now while you're pausing here, see if you can soften your face. Maybe you do a little something with your face. And see if you can soften the muscles of your face, your shoulders. Soften your hands as they press one to the other, your heart. Notice how you feel. And then let's invite the hands to the chair in front of us and gently shift your weight to your right foot, not too far, and then to your left. And we're going to just do this little weight shifting with great attention. Part your feet a little bit more if you would like. That makes you more stable. And we're going to shift like a tree. So we're really all part of nature, right? So now we think of the tree shifting. And then come to center. And then we'll do our little tree shape. All right? So in your tree shape, you shift your weight a little bit to one leg. Let's shift to the right. And then lift onto the toes of the left, if that's comfortable for you. Okay? Stay right there or bevel the foot. That's up to you. Right? Push through the right leg so you're strong and long. And maybe you bring one hand to the heart as you hold the chair with the other hand. Okay? In your tree shape, where you're firmly rooted to the earth. Hold your gaze and let your gaze hold you. And in your own time, when you're ready, release that. Shake it out a little bit. Shake it out. Good. Okay. We'll do tree on the opposite side. Shifting the weight to the left leg. Maybe you rise up onto the ball of the foot on the right. Maybe. Maybe it stays rooted. Maybe you bevel, open a little bit, maybe not. Hold on to the chair with one hand and bring the opposite arm to the heart. So try to avoid striving. Okay? Stay rooted to the earth, like the tree. Soft above, and breathe. When you're ready, relax the foot, plant the heel to the earth, stand tall, back to your mountain shape, maybe this time hands at heart, 1 or 2. And just notice your breath as it courses through your body, giving you everything you need. When you're ready, take your time and take your seat. So we've moved through almost every joint of the body, right? And some we might not even know we had. And you've done your work. You worked in. And Now we're going to relax and integrate the efforts of our practice through our journey of the joints. So I invite you to wiggle back till your bottom is fully back. These chairs dip back a little bit. You can lean into it if you'd like. There you go. And then maybe you rest your hands right on your lap, if that's comfortable for you. Good. Your gaze is level, but you're invited to close your eyes or come to a soft gaze, whatever is comfortable for you. And begin your journey within. We'll go through a little visual scan. Notice the details of your face. Begin to soften your forehead, releasing any little furrows or lines. Relax your eyelids. Can they be soft? Relax jaw and cheeks. Let all expression slide from your face. Relax the shoulders and the arms. Let the hands and the fingers be heavy. Relax your seat on the chair. Let the thighs grow heavy. Knees soft. Soles of the feet heavy on the earth. Without changing anything, rest your awareness on your breath as it moves through your body. Inviting a sense of ease to the spine and a peace to your face. Just rest for a few moments more in this beautiful shape known as Savasana. Where we rest in the awareness that we are enough just as we are. And then when you're ready, begin to deepen your breath. And let that breath bring small motions back to fingers and toes. And then begin to activate the spine so that you sit up in your chair again. Feel getting a little jiggy. And then bringing hands to heart and heart to hands if you'd like. I'm going to offer you this loving kindness meditation. It's very brief. May you be well. May you be peaceful. May we all be filled with loving kindness as we move through our days. Peace.